And that's what I mean. Also, like, dude, you gotta be that resounding noise.
Yeah, the effort for attention.
Mm-hmm.
Like, what effort are you putting forth to get people to notice you, to grab people's attention? Because images are everywhere, videos. I mean, you're talking about a really competitive market in a sense. But what I mean, like, just like the old saying goes, you're really only competing with yourself, you know, the guy in the mirror. Because if you're not getting up and working harder than you were working the day before, and you're expecting different results, then what? Isn't that like the definition of insanity, right? So, oh man, but I've tried that. When did you try it? How consistently did you try it? Do you do it every day? If you did it 20 times yesterday, why aren't you doing it 30 times today? And then there comes a point where you've done it so consistently and it didn't work, you know, like, oh, I've sent out 50 cold emails or cold calls daily for the past 90 days, and I just haven't really seen nothing off of it. Well, then you have to go like reverse engineer that and like, what approach was I taking? Because now it must be my approach, it must be my copy, it must be like the way I'm getting a hold of these people, my subject tagline, my initial, you know, those first like 3 to 7 seconds on the phone call. Like, did you make them laugh? Did you make them smile? Are you connecting with them on some kind of emotional level? Like, oh, I hope you're having a great day. Are you getting excited? Are you making them excited? Or whatever, right? So what is your approach? How can you change that? And then still put forth the same amount of effort, but it was probably what you were trying to say or how you were saying it that was really what's holding you back. Because no one that puts forth that kind of effort is going to ever fail. Like, if you were willing to go above and beyond, because even large companies, they get so content with what they've built that they stop growing, right? Yep. Just like Ames, you know, it got to a certain point. It was a 7-figure a year company, and it's just been stagnant. It stayed like that because the owner, Troy, you know, it was comfortable. I live a comfortable life. It's all good, you know. And
at the same time, there's nothing wrong with that if that's what you want, right?
If that's what you want.
So if you want a comfortable, normal life and you're fine with that, then that's good.
No, but if you want a vacation home in Costa Rica and you want to drive fancy cars and you want to eat out on the regular basis and you want to do more, I want to take a year off and vacation around the world, whatever it is that is your fantasy, your dream, your goals, then in order to attain more than what you already have, that comfortable, then you have to do things in business that make you uncomfortable.
Yeah. And it's funny you say it, because like, I was listening to one of the Gary Vee podcasts, and one thing he was saying was, like, people don't like me, but the thing I've come to find is the people who don't like me are the people who are comfortable with their lives, right? Like, so if somebody is making $400,000 a year and they live in a nice house, have a nice car, and don't want to get anything more than that, then I'm not trying to motivate you. You're comfortable where you're at. It's the people who are bitching about life, the people who are complaining about not having money, the people who are complaining about not being successful, that I'm looking at and saying, well, what are you doing with your time, right? Like, you know, it's, what are you doing with right? Let's say you're sleeping 6 hours a day. Well, what are you doing the other 18 hours, right? Or if you're sleeping 6 hours, working 8 hours, then what are you doing with the other 10 hours a day?
Audit your day.
Exactly. And that's true. Like, there's people out there who are gonna make $50,000 a year and are
completely happy.
Oh,
my brother-in-law, high school football coach, loves football, loves educating children, just absolutely loves it. One of the hardest workers I know, 80, 90 hours a week, Texas, right? So Texas football, a big deal, but he loves what he does. And I was always like even envious of him, because like, I'm a serial entrepreneur. I like bounce around like trying to find that thing, right? And so, you know, one idea to the next, but he knows what he wants out of life. He loves what he does, so the financial aspect doesn't mean near as much to him. I'm over here bouncing around because I'm chasing a financial dream, a financial goal. I really never cared what it was that got me there. I just knew I loved business. And that's why I've been in cigars, I've been in coffee, I've been in real estate, I've been in construction, I've been in production, media, you name it. I probably dibbled and dabbled in it and tried to figure out if it was for me. But what I like about that is the creative part. I like to create things. So I might not be a creative like you that's on a camera, you know, and has like this kind of skill, but I like to create something from nothing, right? and have these ideas and turn them into like realizations of some type. But I was always envious of him being so happy about what he does. And then me, I could make $2 million a year, just saying, and it would be not enough because I still was chasing more. And that's like where you get into like that untapped potential, right? And what you find out about potential is once you tap into it and you see that you have this potential, there's so much more ahead of that. It just snowballs and snowballs. It's like, damn, I put forth this amount of effort and I was able to accomplish this and accomplish that. That's badass.
And I wasn't even trying.
Yeah, but I still want more. So what can I do? Okay, I can watch less TV per day. I could make sure when I'm eating, it's just quick, in and out. I'm done eating. I'm not sitting, relaxing, taking a few drinks. I'm not watching sports. I'm not going to sports games. I'm not going to concerts. I'm not going on vacation because I'm driving for that end goal. I want more. And then I think America was built on more. You know, that one word, more. Everyone wants more for the most part. So the people that don't want more, that are completely content and satisfied, that's great. And I'm happy for those people. But for the vast majority of us, we're chasing more. And the only way to get more is to do more, to execute. And the execution is what separates the wanters from the getters, right?
Well, and see, even with like you know, that's one thing I've thought about too with fitness. Like I look at myself, I'm like, you know, I'm like pretty fit, but I eat whatever I want, I sleep whenever. I'm not dialed in the sense of like I eat these kind of meals, I sleep this many hours a day, and I do all these certain workouts for every week, right? And that's when I think to myself, I'm like, dude, I'm not even trying right now, and I look decently well. What happens if I regulate a diet? What happens if I regulate my sleep? What if I regulate my workouts? Like, how much better will I look?
The fitness world is so cool to me because what fitness and health, how it mirrors life and business is so unreal. Like, you can't just want abs, you know? Like, they're not just gonna appear if you want them. They have to go put in the fucking work, right? And that's just like in business. You want more money. You want that fancy car. You want to buy your wife a new house. You want to buy that wedding ring. Whatever it is, how you gonna get it? You're gonna put in the fucking work.
And it's both intake. It's like you intake it and you exhale it in a sense. Like you desire it. Like, I want abs, or I want to gain 20 pounds. Okay, cool. And now the exhale is you waking up at 4 in the morning, going to the gym, doing your cardio, this and that, and eating right, and sleeping
the waking
right.
up at 4 o'clock in the morning is a biggest aspect. Not even necessarily saying 4, it could be any other time, but because most people's excuse for fitness will be, I don't have time. I just don't have the time for that. I'm so busy. I was like, okay, let's audit your day.
How busy are you really?
What did you do today? What time did you wake up? What time did you go to sleep last night? So you got this amount of sleep. Sleep is not the problem. You got plenty of that. So could we cut out some sleep? No, I gotta have my sleep. Okay, so what'd you do when you wake up? Well, I did this, that, and the other, and then I ate some breakfast. Oh, why didn't you eat breakfast directly? You know, or, oh, then I watched the news. I was like, why are you watching the news? Why are you consuming all the drama in the world instead of just worrying about your goals and staying laser focused? And then all the little time, oh, I had to stop here at the store and do this. Well, why didn't you just go to the store on Sunday and stock up for the week so you never have to stop at the store for the rest of the week? Just the littlest thing.
Well, and the big thing, like, and this is something I have a conversation almost on a weekly basis with people, is how much time are you spending on your phone? Right? Like, how much time are you spending on your phone on the couch? In your right? So
on the toilet?
Because there's people who are like, well, I woke up at 5 in the morning today. Okay, what time did you get out of bed? Right? You woke up at 5, but you didn't get out of bed till 7.
How long did you scroll?
Exactly.
Right.
You know what I mean?
I mean, literally 2 nights ago, I was working on a proposal at the house, trying to get it in, and it got pretty late. And usually, I allot like 2 hours of the day when I would get home to spend with my 2 girls, and I had to work on this during those times because I had to meet a deadline. But I sat there and I told my wife, I was like, oh, if I had a little better space, you know, because we're just in a weird living situation, but if I had a little better space to do this, I should pull Lily over here and be teaching her math while I'm doing it, because a lot of it's just simple math. But I could be talking out loud to her, and she could be entertained by me doing math instead of being entertained by the TV while I'm over here working.
Yep.
We could be working something on something together.